but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They start the drive with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Browns, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Working out of the gun, Winston. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. They go play action. Winston. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Jameis to throw it. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So here come the Browns now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Gun. 11.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Here we go.
Burrow going to keep it himself. And he's got the first as they bring it down at the 21-yard line. A big roll of the dice this on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now Burrow on first down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Browns at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That ball caught by Campbell. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. He'll buy some time right. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Now it's Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown! Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. And right side, Henry's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw brought in by Watson.
And he'll be out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 11. They gotta go.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. The sneak successful from a yard out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
66 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
The former third overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Handoff left side, Pierce.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And some room to run now.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. Touchdown, Seahawks.
K.J. Osborne.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this is now a 1-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
11, 11.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a first. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Play action. It's Burrow. Rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And they go play action now. Burrow. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Rolling to his left. A check down here for Henry. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Quickly to Hawkinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the Titans who get the win at home. Justin Herbert, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Russell Wilson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Jamar Chase, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they were even better throwing the football.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of it, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way you try and get his confidence back up.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He finds Watson, it's caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now it's Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. 11. Burrow looking to pass. Touchdown, Browns. Juwan Johnson from 6 yards away. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Winston. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Cook up the gut. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 24. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Winston. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
Cleveland offense making their way out. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And now here's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get him done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Jameis to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll run with Hunt on second down, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Burrow. This will go to Henry out wide. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Burrow's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Burrow on play action. Going across the field, he finds Phillips. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the third quarter. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. And it worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you have 1 or 2, the field goal can still get you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Jameis now on first down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Pierce now up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 3rd down, Winston. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. And now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Play action. It's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And Watson has it right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. And they go play action now. Burrow. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Here we go.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
11,
Now it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback? Is he a tailback?
Joe Burrow with now his 2nd touchdown in this 3rd quarter. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And he's got his big tight end here. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 44, Winston. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Again, it's Winston. Short throw to Disley.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st down, Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Winston to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. This is caught by Robinson.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Forced out to his left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now Winston. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They begin with Henry. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Here we go, here we go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. This is Hunt on the draw play. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Winston readies the offense. Down by 10, 20 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Here's Winston. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big bitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog.